Hey, this is Jana from Purl Together, and I'm excited to tell you that our sock knit along will begin on Thursday, September 21st. So the reason I picked that day is September 21st is the autumnal equinox, so I like that. You know, the days and the nights are the same number of hours. Um, and you know, it's the cusp, it's the beginning of fall, and that always feels really good to me. I always kind of wait for the first frost, and it's good knitting. You know, you're all ready to be cozy for winter. So, and it's also a great time to start on those Christmas gifts. So, anyway, if you have people on your list that are wanting socks, or maybe you just need to knit a pair for yourself. So, let's talk about sock yarn for a minute. You'll likely want to make your socks out of yarn that is fingering weight. That just refers to the gauge or the thickness and diameter of the yarn. The skein that I'm using currently is this one here. It's made by Regia or Regia. Not sure how you pronounce that. I've heard that different ways. I normally knit my socks with size 0 or 1s needles, sometimes 1.5 if it's pretty like 6-ply, pretty thick fingering yarn, but usually not, 0s or 1s. You know, everybody's different. You need to just do some swatching and determine what needle size compared with the yarn that you choose gives you the fabric density that you like. I like to knit mine a little with smaller yarn, with smaller needles, so that the fabric that I achieve is pretty tight and pretty dense. That way it wears better over a period of years as socks. So, because you don't want to go to all that trouble and have them wear out right away. That'd be a bummer. Or have to start darning heels and toes right away. So this particular yarn that I showed you a second ago is 75% superwash wool. That means it can be washed in the washer. And then 25% nylon, which aids in durability. There are lots of sock yarn choices out there. You can check your local craft stores like Michael's, Hobby Lobby. Pitons makes Croy sock yarn. I think that's usually available at Michael's, you know, where you can just pick your color and buy it right there in the store. Lots of online choices, knitpicks.com, littleknits.com, Webs Yarns, lots of places. I've even bought yarn off of Amazon before. So I'll put some links down in the show notes below this video so you can check that out. Okay, so what my goal is for this knit along is to just provide you with a basic sock yarn recipe that you can adapt for any recipient, whether it's toddler size or whether it's the size 14 big man size. The math is going to be the same. And what I mean by that is you're going to cast on a certain number of, and then you're going to separate the yarn for the heel. You'll see what I mean, so don't stress about that. But the math all makes sense as you knit down from the cuff down to the toe. That's how we're going to start. Lots of people knit from the toe up, and that's okay too for various reasons. We'll talk about that as we go along. As a beginner, I personally think it's easier to learn from the cuff down. So that's what I'm going to show you first, and then we can do lots of variations if you like. So, okay, look for the first video on the cast on and beginning the cuff on September 21st. We'll upload that the morning of Thursday the 21st. So, all right, start looking for your yarn and be sure to message me on Facebook if you're in our group. You can ask me questions in the comments of this YouTube. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'd be happy to help you choose your sock yarn for this knit along. Okay, I hope you have a great week. Let me know if I can help.